Hey everybody, welcome back to Lettermen Row. I'm Austin Ward, joined by my good friend, former Ohio State tackle Reid Fragel. Time to dig into that work in the trenches, and you're going to win the college football playoff, beat Clemson in the Fiesta Bowl. It's going to start with those big guys, those slobs up front, huh, Reid?
Yeah, and I think you're seeing through some of the recognition of the awards that were given out this past week or so that there's a reason behind the success of this offense, and it's the front five. You're seeing Brandon Bowen all the way across to Thayer Munford, and the guys behind them even are able to come in and perform at the same level. So I think you get a group of guys like this, a special group like this, you're going to have success.
Ryan Day was talking about those three guys in the middle between the two that you mentioned, Bowen and Munford, with Jonah Jackson, Josh Myers, and Wyatt Davis. He thinks they might be the best trio on the interior in the country. I don't get to watch every offensive line around, and I know you don't either, but they've certainly been playing at a high level.
Yeah, and it's a little harder to watch the interior three as opposed to the tackles.
Yeah.
Especially for me as a tackle myself. But just in general on the film, it's harder to see those interior three. But if you really look closely, you'll see that between the three of them, they're really playing at an elite level. Wyatt Davis in particular, for me, he's a Detroit kid, and I got to coach him up a little bit during spring about 2 years ago. And to kind of see him channel his aggressiveness, his aggressive nature that he kind of struggled with as a freshman, and put that on the field between the whistles, you're seeing it play out right now, and it's really fun to watch him.
Does an offensive line take it personally when J.K. Dobbins isn't winning awards or going to the Heisman ceremony?
I think the offensive line does, just because they know that's their guy back there and they know what he deserves. So I think there is a little bit of a chip on every shoulder that he's not getting some recognition, because this is their product, so to speak, that's not getting recognized. But JK, I know he's been putting stuff out there on social media. He's not getting recognized, this and that. He's going to keep upping the ante and all this.
Yeah.
So I think it's just fueling the fire, and I think it's only going to benefit these guys going into the playoffs.
All right. Certainly helped heading into the Michigan game. It just exploded in the rivalry with that one, and I thought that might push him over the top. But going to get Reid's perspective on just how that offensive line, J.K. Dobbins, were working so successfully together, heading into the Fiesta Bowl against Clemson next week. Let's roll the tape. All right, Reid, this is where teams make their money, down in the red zone. It's a challenge for the offensive linemen, and really in the rivalry, it's hard to say the Buckeyes didn't answer it about as well as you possibly could.
Yeah, you see Jonah Jackson here and Josh Myers. I mean, they're doing a hell of a job here in the single block, working up to that backer, as you see there with the art. The initial push here, Josh gets in there. He's a little bit buried, but he's quick enough to get out and aware enough to look next level. He realizes that Jonah's got that taken over. He's going to climb next level, looks inside, sees that not as a threat, looks it off, gives a little tap, and climbs to the third level, really, up to the safety there, and gets the finishing block. I mean, that's just a perfectly executed single block by the guard and center there.
I talked about guys who got snubbed for awards. I mean, pick any of them, really, but Josh Myers, just nobody seems to be giving him credit for what he did, because he didn't have that name recognition in August, and he's been playing at such a high level.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at Ohio State centers over the years, he's like right up there with them, Corey Linsley's. I mean, this is exactly, I look at this right here, I'm looking at that thinking that's Corey Linsley out there climbing next level, because that's just the level he's playing at right now is right up there with anybody else that's played center at Ohio State.
This block at the guard for Wyatt Davis, he looks like he's, maybe, I don't know.
This is a tough block
off balance
backside here, honestly. You got the tackle inside shade of you. You got a cutoff block. You know that your tackle's with you, but he's thinking that that's all you unless he loops outside. But you really have to cut that off, because if he gets any kind of inside penetration here, that play is busted. So he does a good job sealing us off. The tackle kind of hangs back a little bit. I don't really know what he's thinking. But Brandon climbs next level, seeing that Wyatt's taking that over. They're responsible for these two right here. So they do obviously an excellent job. I mean, look at that twisting right there by Wyatt. I mean, that's just athleticism to a T. But that's just stuff they've been doing all year. I mean, it's hard to see it from the sideline view, but this is a great camera angle to see just how well they're executing these plays.
Yeah, easy one there for J.K. Dobbins to finish it off. Some of them, this one works a little bit harder, but still you can't do it without those guys up front.
Yeah, I really love Brandon Bowen's push here. Just a great punch on the edge. You'll see it as it develops here. But again, great combo block. This is a double between the guard and the tackle on the outside here. Kind of turns into a triple, which is a tight end tackle. They're all working kind of together with these three out here. Anything that comes is a zone block to the right. So you see Brandon hand it off to Wyatt there, climbs next level. Tight end gives a hell of a chip. Probably, I don't know if he's responsible for that safety leaking over the edge here, but Brandon recognizes it either way, takes his man because he sees work there, gives him a hell of a punch, and that's just, 19's completely turned around there. And then obviously JK does the rest.
You've been telling me about this punch for Bowen for a while, that was something he needed to add to the game. He's really, no problem with delivering one there, a knockout blow, really.
He's playing more and more comfortable, just like anybody else will over time with their games experience. And I think he's really just feeling himself out there. He's playing at his best level he's ever played at. He's healthy, he's comfortable, and that punch, everything's kind of all coming together now where he's comfortable enough to throw that punch right there. That guy goes down like a sack of potatoes almost, but that's a great play.
Yeah, get your guy into the end zone, go celebrate with a big guy. Here you go again, down in the red zone, trying to make some money. And again, just the hole opens up. J.K. Dobbins, all he's got to do is stroll right into the end zone.
Yeah, again, you look at Josh Myers, Jonah Jackson here, the seal off here. It's another double. He knows he's got to go, and so does Wyatt. He's got to cut off that. They got to kind of work together as a trio here to work up to the second level. Jonah does a great job of sealing it off just enough for Josh to get there. He recognizes that backer peeling over the edge. The timing is just perfect. He's right there when J.K. hits the hole. Josh Myers and Jonah Jackson are just doing a hell of a job on that single combo block on the front side.
Yeah, and Jackson just, talk about what a huge pickup that was. That, we broke him down and some of the stuff he was doing at Rutgers, and he was getting attention back then as maybe the best player on their team. Like, he's fit in seamlessly with this team all year and been one of, I think he leads them in knockdowns in Stud's room there. He's been remarkable this year. Yeah,
it is. It's really kind of hard to find pick out one guy in particular every game because they're all playing at such a high level. Yeah. But you look at plays like this, and it does a really good job, I think, of showing just how well each and every one of these guys is playing. The tackles are easy to see because they're on the edge, but really looking at the interior three here, they're doing a hell of a job.
All right, J.K. Dobbins and that offensive line still not done. The fourth touchdown, the one that really, put it away here. Look at that push, just incredible. It completely dominating the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the finishing dunk here was just kind of the icing on the cake. But you look at this, the line's all going down. They're down blocking like this. The D-line kind of reacts. They think it's going to be another zone to the left here. J.K. does a great job recognizing that, obviously, and pivoting off of that. Everybody's kind of washing down. J.K.'s going to pop it out here. Who's that on the edge? Is that a tight end? You can't really see. No. But regardless, it's such a misdirection here by the O-line here that the D-line's all washed down. JK's going to have that much room to make a play. It's going to happen all day.
Yeah, that's just easy money for the – when you already got 3 yards guaranteed.
Yeah.
And a back like
and
that.
And you give him this much space. What are we talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about a touchdown number 4. And J.K. Dobbins and Ohio State trying to keep that going in the Fiesta Bowl. Another tough defense coming with Clemson. That sort of rematch from 4 years ago in the Fiesta Bowl. We'll see if the Buckeyes can get it done. Obviously, he's going to be a big part of that. Maybe we'll have something more for Reid to break down after that one to get ready for a national championship. We will see. Appreciate Reid coming in to hang out with us, Lettermen Row, BuckIQ. I'm Austin Ward. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe below to get the latest videos from Lettermen Row.
We got Lettermen Live. We've got the practice report. We got rapid reaction. Hey, and we got BuckIQ with Zach Bourne.
For sure. We got recruiting breakdowns with Berm. We got whatever you need. Ohio State football and Ohio State athletics, we've got you covered here at Lettermen Row.